Hello, sir. It's Patty again. Checking your name and date of birth again. Can you just verify that for me? Perfect. Before you do a feeding, you always want to make sure that the tubing is still in the correct place. Ways to do that basically is you can check the taping on their nose, make sure it hasn't moved down. If it's wrong or not placed correctly, you might see it slip down to here. You'd obviously want to reinsert it before you go ahead and administer anything accidentally into their esophagus where it doesn't go where it needs to go. So wash your hands, put on gloves again. Important maintenance before you go ahead and administer a feeding is to use some sterile water. You're going to want to flush their tubing with 30 mLs. So you'd go ahead and draw that up. Take off their tubing cap here. And once again, you're going to want to go ahead and administer and flush. And then this would be a gravity feeding. So what you're going to do is go ahead and undo the syringe fully. They recommend that you hold it about 18 inches above their stomach, but not any higher, just because if you go too high, it actually makes the gravity worse, or too much, and it goes in too quick. So you'd obviously have your enteral nutrition in here, and you'd go ahead and just pour slowly until your feeding was done, or until, you know, the doctor's order said otherwise. You'd then undo this syringe. This would need to be washed, of course. And what you do after that fact is you'd go ahead and once again, you're going to want to flush 30 mLs of fluid. Make sure their line is clean and patent, which is obviously why we flushed it ahead of time as well. 30 mLs. Hook it into their tubing. And go ahead and flush the tubing into their stomach. All right. That's administering a gravity feeding.